Hello, friends! It's me, Mr. Jeremy. Wait, something's different. Huh. What is it? My beard! Ah! Where did it go? Oh, no. Okay, well, here we go. Friends! Merry Christmas! We did it! We made it all the way through Advent, and now we're in Christmas time. I'm super excited about it because we're here. We're fully in the mystery of Christmas. And whoa, what an amazing Christmas it's been so far. We're already on the second, third, fourth day of Christmas. I don't know when you're watching this video. Maybe it's the 5th day of Christmas. Maybe this isn't 20 years and you're watching this as an adult. Who knows? Time is weird. So, friends, I'm so excited to be here with you. So many exciting things. One, if you guys got to participate in our Christmas play, you were awesome. I have a couple friends who are gonna visit us today in our video, and I'm really excited about that. 2, I love you guys so much. I love everyone who's watching this. This is so exciting to be here. And 3, we've got a cool story, a really cool story. It's pretty exciting. And a pretty awesome craft. I dare say, a pretty awesome craft. Now, before we get into all that, obviously, we're gonna have our song. So let me get my trusty ukulele. La 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 la. And since we're fully in the mystery of Christmas, I thought we might as well just sing some Christmas tunes, you know? So we're gonna sing this through Trice. If you know Trice, twice. Ooh, words are hard for Mr. Jeremy sometimes. So we're gonna sing this through twice. Are you ready? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. All right, let's sing it one more time. Are you ready? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh. And that's true, because the New Year's coming in like a couple days, and you know what I'm excited to do? I'm excited to say goodbye to 2020. I don't know if that shows up right for you. It may be 0202. Who knows? But what a wild year 2020 has been. I'm excited to see what 2021 has in store. But mostly I'm just excited to be here with you, because really the only thing that's important is right here in this moment. Because we're here together. And that's so cool, getting to share this time together. And what a treat and a joy that is. I look forward to this time every week, getting to share my time with you. I love making crafts with you. Mrs. Gabriela loves making crafts with you. It's just been such a fun time, and I can't wait to do more of this in the new year, because this is the last kids worship video of 2020. What? That's crazy sauce. Oh boy. So, let's get into it. I'm gonna send you to Miss Gabriela, and she is going to read your... Oh, she's not gonna read your story. That's what I'm doing in a second. She's gonna help you with your crafts. All right, see you in a second.
This is Crafting Time with Miss Gabriela, and today I have a different kind of craft for you. Throughout these past couple of weeks, we have been learning about the prophets pointing the way to a special place called Bethlehem. And on the way to Bethlehem, we learned about the Holy Family. We learned about the shepherds, the Magi, the Christ child. Today, we're learning about the mystery of Christmas. And when we learn about it, we rejoice for the wonderful gift of the Savior. So, that's a hint for your craft of today. Let's start with the materials. We're gonna grab the Mystery of Christmas craft kit. We're going to be using Mr. Glue Stick. This is optional if you like to use your glitter glue pens. And we're definitely gonna be using Mr. Sketch Scented Smelly Sticks markers. Okay, let's start. Now, before we begin, we always check on our materials. This is what is inside the craft kit. 2 yellow cardstock stars, 1 long piece of yarn, and 7 rectangles, white cardstock paper rectangles, okay? This is the first of its kind, the first type of craft we're gonna do. We're gonna be making a banner in celebration, okay? Celebration of our Savior being born. And we're gonna write rejoice. In order to write the word rejoice, we're gonna occupy 1 rectangle per letter, okay? And I chose the blue. And so we're gonna start writing. I'm gonna start with my R. And you know by now, Miss Gabriela likes her chunky letters. Okay. So now I'm gonna add some dots. And some little crosses. Okay. You can add all kinds of patterns that you like. Stars, dots. Completed writing our letters, rejoice, we are going to be taking our string and kind of measuring. And a good way to measure is taking both ends, the 2 ends of the string, okay, then extending it, okay, so you can measure, okay, this is half of it, okay, there's plenty of space to do my banner, and it's up to you how long you want it, but I wanted to make sure that I give enough space. If you want a long banner, then you can spread the letters throughout. And the way we're gonna be doing this is by folding the top, okay? So we're simply gonna fold the top just enough that you can gauge here that you want enough folding that with lots of glue, okay, you can fold it like this, okay? Just like that. You can do the same now that you know the width of your fold. You can do that with all of your letters. Okay, so let's do that. Now that we have folded all the back side of our letters, so we can hang it glue, add a lot of glue inside, and then attach the string, right? We're gonna fold the stars. Simply going to fold the top of it, just enough that I have plenty of space to glue it in, okay? And then start my Rejoice banner, okay? We're gonna be using Mr. Glue Stick and using lots of glue for this back. Now we're pressing. Okay, now next, I think I'm gonna use about 3, my fingers, about 3 to gauge the distance between the star and the letter. Okay, and we're gonna add lots of glue. I'm gonna gauge about per letter. I will say I would like 2 fingers of distance. And then wrap it around. Just wrap it and press. Okay, press on top too. And make sure you leave plenty of time for the glue to set in. Okay, so we're gonna use lots of glue. And press. It's gonna take a while for it to dry, and you can always use more glue, but be patient. Okay, and then let's continue gluing the rest of the letters. Congratulations! You now have a Rejoice banner all of your own. Good job! I hope you have a wonderful time with loved ones this holiday season. Take care.
Welcome back, friends! How was your craft time? Did you get to make your super awesome Rejoice thing? Okay, I need some heavenly sounds to bring me into this craft reveal. Let's see if anyone can help me. Hey, can you help me out? Oh, beautiful. Just the most beautiful angel sounds. La la la, rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel. Look, I can even wear it as like a necklace. Looks like a collar. This will be my descent collar. Rejoice! Let me see yours. Ooh! You guys colored that so well. Oh, I love the way you drew. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Where are you gonna hang it up? I think I'm gonna hang mine up in my room so that every time I wake up, I see it and I think to myself, oh, I get to rejoice because it's a new day. And that's today. Every time I see it, I'll be reminded that I'm here right now. And I can rejoice about that because that's really cool. The fact that we get to be here together and then we can go be separate together. Oh, wow. So many cool things. So, here in this story, got a little treat for you. Because this is like a parable, but it looks different. Now, I'm gonna show you some pictures. Yeah, that's right. That's the Mother Mary with the baby Jesus. It shows the incarnation, which is a big fancy word about how God became a baby. Now, I wonder if inside we'll find something about the mystery of Christmas in these photos. Now look, you see what's happening to Mary on the Annunciation? It's the angel Gabriel announcing to Mary that God has chosen her to be the mother of God. That's so cool. Now Mary was scared, but happy. She was stunned, but blessed. So Mary was a lucky girl, because she had an older friend to talk to. It was Elizabeth. And she went to visit her cousin Elizabeth. Now Elizabeth was much older, maybe even old enough to be Mary's mother. When Mary came close to Elizabeth and greeted her, something wonderful happened. Elizabeth felt the baby inside her move when he heard Mary's voice. She said something like this: "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the baby you are going to have. When you spoke, the baby within me jumped. Something wonderful is going to happen with your baby and with mine too." Now, when Elizabeth said that, Mary began to sing a song some people call the Magnificat, because it begins, "My soul magnifies the Lord. My soul magnifies the Lord." That's one melody I know of that song. Now look at all the halos. These are the gold circles of light around some of the people. Now those are the holy ones. The artist used real gold in his paint, or beat the gold out of very thin and pressed it into the paint and plaster to make these gold halos. In this picture, the ones with the halos are Mary and Elizabeth. Now see how Mary is? Look how old Elizabeth looks. The artist wanted us to remember that Elizabeth was too old to have a baby and was old enough to really be a wise, good friend to Mary. No, wait. Let me finish the story. This is the part of the story that people often leave out because there's no picture for it. It's about the other baby that was born. Now, Elizabeth's husband, Zechariah, was a priest. It was his time to work at the temple, so he went inside to burn incense and pray. Now, while Zechariah was at the altar, he glanced over to his right, and there was a bright light. "Don't be afraid," the angel said. Now, angels are messengers from God, and they're scary. But the angel said, "Don't be afraid. I bring you good news. You and Elizabeth will have a baby." "But we're too old," Zechariah said. And that was the last thing he said. The angel took away his words. Now, it's not a good idea to argue with an angel. The angel then told Zechariah what the baby's name was supposed to be and disappeared. Now, Mary stayed 3 months with Elizabeth and then went home to Nazareth. Elizabeth had her baby. Friends came to help her, and when the baby was born, they all wanted to name him Zechariah after his father. Zechariah shook his head and said, No, and then wrote the baby's name. The baby's name is John. And when they named the baby John, Zechariah could speak again. It was then that he said his prayer. He called it the Benedictus because it is a poem or a song of praise that begins, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel." Oh, he was so happy. And then Mary's baby was born, and that's why that's called the Nativity, which means the birth. Now see how the Mother Mary's lying down? She is awake and happy, but Joseph is asleep. Now the baby is wrapped in strips of cloth. Now these strips are the swaddling cloths, or clothes you hear about in the story. Now look at all the angels. They're so happy they're flying over and singing the words, "Gloria in excelsis Deo." Now you may have heard this song in church. It sings, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill among men." When it says men, it means all people. It means boys, girls, everybody in between. So this is another part of the story that's often left out. It's called the presentation. Now after a time, Mary and Joseph took their new little baby to the temple in Jerusalem. And it was the custom to present a new baby there because they had to celebrate its name and dedicate the baby to God. So when Mary and Joseph took the baby into the temple to be dedicated to God, an old man named Simeon came up and looked at the baby. He took the baby in his arms and said, "Now I can die in peace." What was he talking about? When Simeon was younger, God told him that he would not die before seeing the Holy One who was coming and would change everything. That day, Simeon knew Jesus was the one that he'd been waiting for. Then old Anna came up and looked at the baby, and she saw that this was the Holy One too. She gave thanks to God and told everyone in the temple what had happened. Now, Simeon is holding the baby. Mary is still holding out her arms. Joseph is bringing 2 birds to the temple. And that was the custom in those days. Now here's old Anna. She loved to be in the temple as much as she could be. Now, I don't know why she doesn't have a halo. I mean, look at her coat. At first it looks brown and old, but if you look really closely, it seems to be all gold. Now, when old Simeon held the baby, he said a prayer we remember and sometimes sing. It begins, "Lord, now lettest thou thy servant depart in peace." The 3 kings, the Magi, the wise men finally arrived, and they were late. Every year they're late. They're adoring the baby, and that means they're just standing there looking at the baby and enjoying him. Well, they also brought presents. Now, the artist didn't know much about camels. He knew they had long necks, a hump, and long legs, but look at their faces. They look kind of like donkeys. See their long ears? It doesn't matter. We still know what he was trying to paint. Now, this part of the story is often left out too. Now, it's no wonder people do not tell this part. It's kind of sad. It's called the Massacre of the Innocence. Now, the 3 kings followed the star to the land where Jesus was born. When they came into the land, they went to see the king, King Herod, in Jerusalem. When King Herod heard them say they were looking for a baby king, he was very interested. He did not want that baby to grow up. Herod wanted to be the only king in the land. "Come and tell me when you find this king," he told the Magi. "I want to come and worship him." Now, Herod was not telling the truth. He wanted to kill the new little king. Well, the 3 kings, the 3 wise men, did not tell Herod. They went home by another way. They were really wise. But Herod did not forget. He asked his scholars to look in the scriptures and find where it said the king would be born. They told Herod that the place would be Bethlehem. So Herod sent his soldiers there, and they killed every baby boy they could find who was 2 years older or younger. It was a terrible thing. The mothers and fathers were really sad. You can see that many babies have already been killed, and the soldiers took them from their mothers. No one really looks happy in the picture. Not even Herod. Now look at the mother's eyes. The artist tried to make them look really sad. You see how long and narrow they are? I guess the story's over then, isn't it? No, the baby Jesus did not die in Bethlehem. An angel came to Joseph in a dream before the soldiers arrived. The angel told Joseph to take his little family to another country. They fled far away to the land of Egypt. Mary and the baby rode on the donkey, and Joseph led the way. Now, here's the mother Mary. This is God the Father. Joseph was like a father, but the baby was from God. Now, let's watch the whole story, just in the pictures, okay? Ooh. The pictures are so beautiful. Yeah. Wow. I love these photos. Jesus grew up. He grew into the greatness, and the mystery of Christmas increased. Wow! That was a wild story with so many incredible photos that the artist painted. Ugh, that was really neat. Now, I asked some of you before Christmas to send me a video that says, what are 3 words you think about when you think about Christmas? And the best part? Some of you replied. And so, I present to you as the final parting gift of this lesson, everyone's 3 words. I'll start with mine. When I think of Christmas, I think of cookies, hugs, and joy. What's yours?
Christmas.
Here are 3 words I think of when I hear Christmas: Mary, happiness, and God.
Louis, what are 3 words you think of when you think of Christmas?
H.
H. Cool. What else do you think of when you think of Christmas?
E.
E.
W. E. S. W. O. And Huey. You said.
Longing, hope, Emmanuel.
3 words that I think of when I hear Christmas is jolly, cocoa, and pajamas.
When I hear the word Christmas, 3 words come to mind. The birth of Jesus, family gatherings, Christmas decorations and the beautiful window displays, and on Christmas days, sitting around the Christmas tree with my family, opening gifts and enjoying hot chocolate.
Gabriela, what are 3 words you think of when you think of Christmas?
Giving presents, opening some, and getting a Christmas tree.
When I think of Christmas, I think of family, joy, and hope.
And I think of rest, peace, and comfort.
When I think of Christmas, I think of food, family, and fun.